What's up, everybody? G5 Productions in the place to be. Superman first class in the mix. If you're gonna take the job, do the job and do the job well. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Gerald, excited to share with you guys once again. And what we're talking about today is kind of an inner circle discussion from DJ to fellow DJ like yourself. And my goal and my objective here is to really make the DJ industry stronger. I think we can do a lot better together than as individuals. And some of that is done through conversations and understanding of how it should work amongst ourselves. Because let's face it, we have a lot of entities that come against what we do and what we have to offer. There's customers out there who don't see your value and your worth and all of your skill that you bring to the table, and all they see is the price. And you have to decide to do these jobs at a lower cost or just let it go in general. And then you have other people out there that totally take advantage of you, like the majority of club promoters out there. And I don't mean to start a fight, I just call it for what it is. I don't work for any clubs, but I do hear all the war stories. Oh, the DJ's trying to take my spot by undercutting me, and club promoters just see you guys as dime a dozen anyway. So, you know, after they wear you out and take advantage of you, they just move on to the next DJ. They are not loyal to you like you think. But here's what's crazy, on the reverse, you guys are loyal to them. So before we get too far into the discussion today, if you don't mind smashing that like button, consider subscribing to our channel, and to keep up with all the new videos coming out, go ahead and rock that bell. Guys and gals, today, first, respect to all DJs out there. I love you. I wish you nothing but success. And I say that with all sincerity, but here's what I need to talk about. Principle matters. And I'm going to talk about DJing for another DJ for free or at a low cost. And I'm also going to talk about the extortionist DJ, right? Because some of you guys do that, you know it too, man. But I'm going to go ahead and address it on behalf of some of the multi-op DJs out there, or even if you're a single op DJ and you sometimes need a hand for another DJ to cover down for you, right? But my goal here, my motive with this video is to help educate us and also make our industry stronger as a whole. I want to talk about a situation first that when I DJ for free.
Why did I DJ for another DJ or some DJs for free?
I've gotten a call from a fellow DJ. You know, he had COVID and had an event lined up, but obviously can't do it. So he called me for help. I was available to do it, or otherwise I would have had to send one of my other DJs that I outsourced to. But either way, it was an emergency situation for that DJ. So rather than think about this first, you know, how you DJs get, well, look, man, how much does it pay? And, you know, I only go but so far for so much, and me. Let me tell you something. If you guys put this first before somebody in distress and fighting for their life, that really says something jacked up about your character and your morals or principles, seriously. Because I think that I'm not asking you guys to do what I did, DJ for free, but I'm just saying that to this day, I've never been paid for that event that I covered down for. Don't want to be paid or don't care about that. It's not about that. Because truth be told, I make money. So that's the other side of my hustle. You know, I DJ, I run a business, so I do trade my time for money as go out DJ and get a check or paid, but I also invest and I make money. So that doesn't bother me to see it for what it is when it comes to a fellow DJ. And I would much rather put more value on the relationship than the money, right? Because the relationship is worth more, but this stuff is worth less. And if you don't believe me, probably a couple of months ago, you could fill up your truck maybe for 60 bucks a tank, but go fill your truck up right now in this time of inflation, and you probably have to use about all of this, if not more. So this is worth less as time goes. But relationships with other people, man, that is such a powerful thing and so valuable. So that's the way I see it when it comes to fellow DJs. The other thing I've done before was I've DJ'd for a low cost, meaning versus what I get paid, I've accepted what those DJs pay.
So why do I do that?
Well, it's how their business model work. I respect that, and I don't have to play hardball because, again, I am very successful. I am very prosperous. I come and go as I please, no car note, no house note, and I don't need to think about the next DJs like that and on that level. Again, I'm not as concerned with this as I am concerned with the relationship, because with relationships, and according to all these amazing books I read Psychology by Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki, and so many other videos that I watch, I understand how successful people think, and I'm successful because I think like them and I act like them. And majority of that success becomes from relationships. But
How do you sever relationships from DJ to DJ, peer to peer?
when you have jacked up morals, principles, and you continue to think about this thing first, seriously. If this is all you want, fine. I'll get through the gig, I'll take the hit, the loss, or whatever I need to do, but don't expect me to continue to do business with you or even associate myself with you if you got that kind of thought process, because I don't roll like that. And so I've covered down on a DJ before, semi-local, called me, hey man, my DJ got COVID and I have no one, are you available, can you do it? And I said, sure, give me the information, I'm gonna take care of it, I'm gonna represent you well, and I went and did it. Now, after the fact, after we get into the price, DJ did say, hey, I know what you charge, so it is what it is, you know, it was last minute. And I said, now wait a minute, I don't want you to take a loss, so please don't do that. I know you gotta pay taxes on that check that was sent to you, and I appreciate you taking care of your customer first. I'm a DJ, you're a DJ, I want you to be successful and prosperous, and you're not gonna get prosperous by me inflicting a loss upon you. Just because I charge up here, you charge down here. I did what I did. Now, I know this DJ, and I was able to cover down like that, and I did, and I don't want him to take a loss. Now, if I don't know you like that, that could be a different story, but you know, again, I'm gonna do my best to take care of business the right way, or at least in my opinion, right? So, because that's all it is, my opinion. So, do what you're gonna do. This is for educational purposes. The next thing I want to talk about though is there was a situation where I covered down on another DJ, and in this case, they paid me with the anticipation of getting a job. The job never came through, and they did call me and say, hey, it never came through, but I understand, you know, you were on call and I put you there so you can keep the money if you want. And I said, no, I 100% refunded that DJ. Absolutely no question. That was over $700, by the way. And I 100% refunded that DJ. And why? Because again, I don't want that DJ to take a loss. But let me tell you something. In all three of those situations, all those DJs refer business to my business. Now, I can't always take them all because we're full and, you know, or unavailable to do it. But see, that's the difference between, oh no, give me my money. I want what I get paid, and I don't care if you had to lose $400 to do it. I want my money. I know what that feels like from personal experience on the receiving end of that. And so I would not dare for me to do that to another DJ. So let's talk about the extortionists. How do you guys operate? What is the extortionist like? Well, these are the people, and I know that's a harsh word, right, really, but I'm gonna just call it how I see it or how I think about that. DJ companies and multi-ops like myself, we are doing almost everything we can to earn business. We pay for bridal shows, sometimes Facebook ads, we make YouTube videos, we buy business cards, we drive to venues, shake hands with the owners or the representatives to try to solidify a relationship. We work with wedding planners and people that trust us, and we just build relationship after connection and networking. Sometimes that comes with a cost. So when they call G5 Productions, it's because of some effort that me and my partners have done versus they didn't call you, they called G5 and we're passing the event to you. You go rock it, you make money, I make money, we all win. But when some DJs have put themselves out there as, well, hey man, you know, I ain't going that far for that, you know, whatever, woo, woo, woo. And I'm like, I'll get through it because the number one thing is for the customer. But if you're that kind of DJ, and I'm not saying to not hold your value or not hold your worth. That's not what I'm talking about. But I think sometimes DJs cannot separate I'm getting a job based on my own efforts and directly to a customer who contacted me versus a multi-op or a DJ company who done all that legwork for you and have earned and got that customer's business, and now they're just passing it to you. It should, in theory, be a profit for the business and you. But for those of you who are like thinking, well, although you did all the work, I should get paid all the money and you should take a loss or you should take a hit. That's not my problem. This is what I charge and that's it. Hey, listen, if all you see is this, you're gonna cut off potentially long-term opportunities with that DJ company. Because for people who have done that to me, that's exactly what it has been. I've gotten everything from or I'm not willing to travel that far for that amount, to, nah man, I need my money like this and this and this and this. Never mind your business model and the fact that your word is strike tight and your business model is good. Sometimes DJs treat you, you know, like you're not good for it, or they think they deserve what you're getting paid. I'm gonna be honest with you though. I've learned that lesson a very long time by myself doing that to another DJ company. But because they explained, and not that they had to, when they explained why they are going to only pay me what they're going to pay me, my eyes were open. And I said, you know what? I have so much to learn. And I actually repented because, man, I went in there totally hot-headed. I thought because they charge $800, I should get paid at least $650. But I didn't even consider what at least 10% to 15% of that goes to Uncle Sam right off the top, and they have to pay it. Number two,
Where's their overhead? Where's their profit?
number three.
What is my issue?
And so I was able to learn from that experience. You know, I apologized to that DJ. And again, I said, you know what? I'm sorry. I even thought like that. I'm just uneducated and I don't know no better. And we worked it out. To this day, we're very cool, good friends, call and check up on each other, stuff like that from time to time. But we still do business. I still rock for them, you know, from time to time when they need help. And why? Because they see the value in the relationship. I was able to not cut my own self off from that relationship by being greedy, and it is what it is, right? And so for you guys who are out there and you're the extortionist DJ, you know, please stop it, because what about one day if you're in that situation, you need help? How would you feel? Say your car breaks down and this is your only vehicle, you got family to get around, you got your business or your DJ service to get around, you're kind of in a bind, right? And the mechanic picks up on it and says, well, I'm gonna charge you all this extra on top. And you're like, kinda don't have a choice. And you know it, but you gotta pay it anyway. And you walk away feeling like, I just feel like I got used and taken advantage of. Well, that's what you guys do to the other multi-ops when you act like that and you treat them like that. Because for those of us who are professionals, we're gonna put the customer first. That's number one, and we'll go through whatever we gotta go through, especially people like me. I'm gonna take whatever I gotta take for the customer's sake. I want them to have a great wedding or a great event, and it's not about the shenanigans for me. I don't put this right here before my customers. I just simply take care of my customers and do what I gotta do, and they don't have to know none of that in the background. But on the other side of that, for the DJ who does that, it's kind of a, well, thanks for helping me get through the situation, but we are no longer going to do business together, you know, because I didn't appreciate that. I didn't like how that felt, and I don't want to be in that situation like that, because that's a principle matter for me. And I think if I'm willing myself to do that by example, then I think that it's okay for other people to understand that, because it takes you further than you know. And I'm telling you, my business is so successful because I understand these principles. And here's what's crazy, right? Here's what's crazy. Some of the very people that actually done that to me, I've actually DJed for them for absolutely free. But I always pay them to go out and DJ for me, and have been told, I'm sorry, but that's too far for me to go for that amount of money. So I can DJ for them for absolutely free, loan them gear, go do training with them for them to tell me I'm not willing to travel that far for you for a paid gig for the amount.
What gives?
I don't know, right? But it was a learning experience, and I do always look for the learning opportunity in every situation like that. So I don't expect, you know, again, people to DJ for me for free. You know, again, I make money. Like, I'm not worried about this as much. I'm totally secure. No car note, no house note. I invest. My money's growing. My business is successful. I come and go as I please. Hey, I take care of people. But I also understand the principle behind when people are in dire straits, how to not make them feel distressed. You know, if you charge what you charge to the client and I agree to DJ for you, I'm not going to put you in a distressed state like I'm going to charge you more than what you charge the client. That just don't make sense to me, you know, and I'm not about that. It's not about the money for me. It's about, hey, are you good and you covered? Because I know what that personally feels like to be in a need or in a situation and you need help. And not only to get the help, but not to have somebody to take advantage of you. I'm pretty sure that if the average roofer, say, charges, we're going to throw this weird number. If the average roofer charges $10,000 and a tree fell through your house and you need your roof fixed and you only got that amount of money, and then the roofer, realizing your desperate situation, says, well, I'm going to charge you $30,000 or $40,000. and you need your house fixed. You can't let it keep getting rained in. Your family, you know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna probably go out, take a loan, get through what you gotta do, take care of family, but you're gonna be feeling like, man, it's just like totally took advantage of me, you know, in this emergency situation.
Who likes to be price gouged?
That's just my thoughts, guys and gals. So, but anyway, let me know, what do you think about this video? Am I full of it? Like, do you like this video? Do you not like it? Leave me some comments below. You know, what is your experience in dealing DJ to DJ? Have you been in that situation where you got extorted? Have you covered down for other DJs? Have you extorted the next DJ? Okay, you're probably not going to admit that, but the bottom line is this video is for educational purposes or entertainment purposes, and just my opinion is in this video. So do what you want to do. I hope with this to help the industry, to help it grow, to help solidify us and bond us together as fellow DJs, because when we are together like that, we're more powerful as an industry, and then we can thwart off all the other people out there who try to take advantage of us, because, you know, we already get that from the customers, club promoters, and, you know, just other people who will seriously try to take advantage of us without us doing it to ourselves. So the quicker we get that concept and these principles, then I think the better off we'll be as a whole. That's it, everybody. Hey, listen, please consider subscribing to the channel, smashing that like button if you want to keep up with all these videos. Just go ahead and rock that bell. And to check out what we do at G5 Productions, please visit www.g5productions.com. Let's get it.